What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and it is Everton against the mighty Brighton at the MX Stadium. This is our match preview. I am joined by the fabulous, the most beautiful co-host anyone could ever wish for. John, how are you, my bestie friend?
All good. All good.
How's your decking?
Oh, it's been getting late over the last 2 days. It's the only thing that has.
Interesting team news then coming out of Everton. And before we start on all of that, fucking hell, it's snowing here. Carlo made a comment yesterday on his press conference, and he said about Fabian Delph and Bernard having their own individual programs. Now, I don't understand how both of them have been injured for so long.
Well, let's be honest about it. They're not. They're not. When you look at something like that, that's the first I've heard about that. But straight away, in my mind, they're not injured. They're just not part of the first team plans, so they're training on their own.
But the bit that surprises me about that is certainly not necessarily Delph, but Bernard, is he could have went in January.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why I didn't go in January is because he couldn't travel to the UAE because of the coronavirus restrictions. Otherwise, the deal would have went through. That's what stopped that deal. So listen, individual, he's not going to come out and say, he's not going to come out and say they're no part of my plans, blah, blah, blah. They're nowhere training. They're not training on their own. They're not training with the first team. He's not going to say that. Carlo's not the sort of person. So they've got their own individual programs. To me, I might be wrong, but to me means they're not part of the first team squad. They're not going to be getting a sniff of any games whatsoever from now to the end of the season. So why let them train with the first team when they're not part of it?
Now, I didn't watch the press conference live, so I might have missed where he says about Gomez, but he certainly says, I'm pretty sure that he certainly says Iwobi's not fit, and that Allen's was left out sort of due to, I think he said a strain or some type. And obviously, I'm not necessarily saying Allen was a massive blow against Crystal Palace because we should have beat Palace irrespective of Allen playing or not playing. Do you want to see him back in the team this week?
Well, I do want to see him back in the team, but if he's not in the team, this is massive for me, Michael, because it's not just Allen out, it's Decore as well. It'd be nice to have at least one of them too. So if Allen's out and we know Decore is out as well, it's massive. You've got to start looking at players, especially if Gomez is out, because I did see something myself that Gomez could be out. You're looking at midfielders, the likes of Davis and Sigurdsson who are in the middle, because who else is there?
You might as well get your boots on.
Well, but this is the thing, I'm just glad we're playing away from home, Micah, because listen, I don't know what to expect anymore from Everton this season. I really, really don't. I don't know which Everton are going to turn up, whether it's the Everton that turns up away to Liverpool, whether it's the Everton that, turns up against Newcastle, Burnley, Leeds. We just don't know anymore. I think what I'm taking now from this season, look at the way Carlo Ancelotti's setting up. And I said this to you the other day, Michael, he's setting up not to lose. Now, if we're 1-0 up with 70 minutes to go, he makes the sort of substitute that he made the other night, and it come back to bite him on the arse, and it's not the first time this season. So then when the opposition get a goal back and make it level, then he's happy not to lose the 3 points, and he's happy to get one. Well, I'm not being funny. That's not good enough, Michael. We're chasing European football. He has plainly said all season, we have a target, and we all know it's European football. But if he carries on setting up like that, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. And this is why I say, what Everton turn up, Michael? Do we go to Brighton because we're away from home, which our away record compared to some teams in the Premier League and compared to our home form is fantastic? Or, do we get the hot and cold Everton that, we're used to from seasons gone by? Do we get the Everton who have been putting shit performances in at home, missing chances at home? I don't know. I really don't know. But what I will say, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game because Brighton have found a bit of form at the right time. When Everton go there, we're not playing well. Let's be honest about it. And I've said this many times, but I'll say it again, and I'll probably get shot down for this, Michael. I'd rather watch Brighton's football and the way they play compared to what we're watching at the minute, because it's shit football that we're playing. You know what I mean? So this is what worries me. You know, we're going to a team who are actually playing better football than us. But on the positive side, I keep saying it, we're playing away from home. When was the last time before this season we could say that? We're more confident playing away from home. I really don't know what to expect on Monday. I don't.
It's a really difficult one for me because, you know, we are going up against a Brighton side that can play football. They've got good players. They've got people who will tackle back and defend well. I mean, Brighton, just to put it in perspective, are fourth in the league for the amount of tackles that they put in. They're a grafting team. They press from the front. They work hard.
So that's massive for us having Allen and Decore out.
Well, we need people we need
the sort of players who we can use for that sort of thing. So if they're both out, it leaves the likes of Davis, Sigurdsson and Hammers.
We need people who can move the ball quickly away from Brighton's press. You know, we've seen it a few times this season. If you set up to attack Everton, at the start of the season, the way we were playing, we were really good. We could pop holes through it. You know, West Brom come to us and give us a right good game for 50 minutes. But Everton found the gaps and picked holes through it. Brighton did exactly the same, come to Goodison, tried to attack us, got ripped apart in the end of the game. I think it ended up 4-2. You know, Everton need to, in my opinion...
Go back to that.
Yeah, and look, you know, a lot of people were very negative about the Palace game. But I did see us attacking more in that game. You know, there's only one other game this season where we've had more shots, and that was West Brom at home. So he definitely set up to attack more. It's just we couldn't put the ball in the net. You know, if we'd have won that game 4-1, no one would have been criticising Carlo. But, as you rightly say, the substitutions that he made on the 75th minute or 70th minute, I still...
Lost us 2 points.
I don't get it. But we're better away from home. I think if he sets up and attacks Brighton, I don't see any reason he can't win. Obviously, it's a difficult game. Graham Potter, as you rightly said, has got them playing good football, disciplined team, prepared to work hard, trap back. They've got a decent goalkeeper. They're not a bad side at all. You know, this is a goalkeeper in their goal, depending on who they play. You know, Brighton's keepers made the second lowest amount of saves this season. So what that suggests to me is the ball isn't getting to the goal. They're stopping shots early. Yeah. So it's a tough game. It's a tough game. It's a game that Everton will have to be, in my opinion, back to almost their best.
Do you know what? Do you know the way I'm looking at this game? Do you know if we play like we did against Palace for 75 minutes and we don't make the stupid substitutions and create, I'm not going to say we're going to create as many chances as what we did, because I think you said that was the most chances we created since the beginning of the season. So I'm not going to say we're going to create as many chances, but the chances we do create, Michael, if we can put them away and we don't get the manager making the stupid substitutions he has time and time again this season, then we win the game. We win the game. But I can't sit here and say I'm confident of Everton winning the game, because you don't know if Everton are going to play like they did against Palace. You don't know whether they're going to create as many chances as what they did against Palace. If they do, we don't know whether we're going to be able to take them. And then we don't know what Carlo's going to do with his substitutions, with his tactics, with his team setup. We just don't know anymore. So for me, this game is up in the air. Any lingering hopes that we have, because teams around us are winning. You know, you've got Leeds winning today, and you quite rightly said on the last video we done, Michael, or the video before, there's a possibility Leeds could catch us. Leeds have won today against City. You know, the champions elect. Teams around us are picking points up. Now, that's why this game for me is another must-win game, because if we hit this brick wall that I've said, Michael, that we've done so many times this season, where we have a couple of good results to keep us around them European places, but then we might drop 2 points or we might lose a game, and then bang, for a good 3 or 4 games, we struggle to pick points up. We can't afford to do that now in the middle of April, Michael, because teams around us, as I said, Leeds are picking points up. So if we really want to get them European places, we have to win Monday. We have to win. We sat here 6 weeks ago and we spoke about this. We had, you know, Burnley, we had Palace, and we had Brighton. And we were talking about if we could get 9 points out them 3 games, we're right up there and in the mix, even for the top four. Up to now, we've got what, 1 point?
Yeah.
And then we go to Brighton, who you quite rightly say are playing good football. So it's not going to be an easy game. God forbid if we lose Monday, Michael. We were talking about 9 points out of 3 games. We could end up with 1 out of 9 possible points. It's not good enough.
I wanna give you a scary stat. Now I don't know whether this is shots on target or just shots in general. Brighton are 7th in shots in the Premier League this season.
So they create chances.
Where do you think Everton are?
They got 12th.
Everton are 16th. 3 teams below us are Burnley, Crystal Palace, and Sheffield United. It's right there.
Well, there you go. So there you go. So, going back to what we said at the beginning of the preview, it's not going to be an easy game. When you start throwing me stats like that, Michael, Everton are going to know they're in the game because, as you quite rightly said, they're up there in the table for most tackles. They're up there in the table for creating chances. Now, I'm not being funny. With Allen and Decore out, they're going to create a lot of chances, in my opinion. If they take them, Everton struggle. Everton really struggle.
I think if Brighton had a goal scorer, I think Brighton would outscore us. They just haven't got a goal scorer.
Yeah. If they play good football and they create chances, don't they?
They just can't put the ball in the net. They just can't put the ball in the net. I think this game's a tough game. I think Everton... I'm really worried what to expect from Everton.
I am. And you say that every week, Michael. You say that every week. And there's certain games I've thought, no, I'm not really worried. They expect us. There was a game the other week. I expect us to win 4-0. I think we won 1-0 or something. And it was really, hit and miss. I expected us to go there and blow them out the water or wherever we play. I can't even remember. But I'm not being funny, Michael. Quite rightly, you've said this season on quite a few occasions you're worried about the game.
Then we've lost.
This time I totally agree with you because I don't know what Everton we're going to get anymore. Them stats you've just given me, Brighton play good football, as you say. We don't know what Everton to expect. I'm worried. It wouldn't surprise me if we get beat on Monday. Honest to God, even with our away form, it wouldn't surprise me if we drop another 3 points on Monday or just get a draw. Which even a draw, Michael, when you look at 2 points out of 9 against Burnley, Palace and Brighton's not good enough.
No, and being brutally realistic and brutally honest, when you look at the league table as it is, and Everton, obviously some results can change this. I think Villa can leapfrog us on goal difference if they win their game.
Currently 0-0.
Yeah. So if Villa win, they go above us on goal difference. Everton shouldn't be in the race for Europe at this point. It's just the fact that all the other teams are so inconsistent as well. I mean, we saw Tottenham the other day getting a draw. Chelsea losing to West Brom at home. Liverpool.
Yeah, let's be honest about it. Chelsea are going to finish above us, aren't they?
Yeah, but
no doubt about that.
But what I'm saying is these teams that haven't been consistent this season have give opportunities to teams like Everton, like West Ham, like Leicester.
Totally agree. Yeah.
And whereas Leicester has definitely taken advantage of it, West Ham if anything, they look better now than they did 3 months ago. I mean, West Ham look genuinely top team at the minute. They're playing really good football and they're playing Leicester, and it wouldn't surprise me if West Ham beat Leicester. And then you've got us who have been so brilliant away and yet so shit at home. For 5 wins out of 15 games at home, it's shocking. That is shocking. And if you convert just 4 of them games into, say, 3 wins and a draw, puts Everton in 3rd. That's how
Do you know what
much
you've
we
just? Do
threw
you know
the
what you've
season away
just
at
said
home.
there about Everton, where they are in the league, and we've done well. Every season you've got your top four, haven't you? And then you're talking about the teams who you'd expect to finish in Europe, and Arsenal are always in that mix, and Leicester are seasons gone by, and Tottenham and Liverpool and Man U, blah 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 blah. And teams would have had, the season that everyone expects them to have. We could be 10th, 11th. Do you know what I mean? And as you say, we're only up there because the likes of Arsenal are inconsistent, and Tottenham are inconsistent, and Liverpool have been inconsistent. If them teams every year are expected to be the teams who are fighting for Europe, if they all had the season everyone expected, we'd be nowhere near sniffing that them European places, Michael. But let's be honest about it and put it in perspective. We are. And that's the whole top and bottom. And I know you said before about, if you take 3 or 4 games out from the home games that we've played, we could have extra points. You know yourself, Michael. I'm not one of them. We've got what we've got.
No, yep.
We've got what we've got, and it's the same with the league now. We are where we are. You can't, I've just spoke about teams who were expected to challenge for Europe every season, and Arsenal have fell by the wayside a bit, and Tottenham have. We haven't took advantage of it in a way we could have done, because as you've just said, Michael, you win some of your own games there and we're right up there. So it's been a funny season. I think Everton, even though the position we're in, we find ourselves slagging them off most videos we do now, Michael, for one reason or another. It hasn't been a bad season, has it?
Well, to put that in perspective, again, I like to put perspective on everything. Everton finished last season on 49 points. Everton are only 2 behind that this season.
There you go.
With the chance of getting another 20, 27. So,
and there's me sitting here after the last video and fucking done with Everton. I can't even be asked anymore. I'm not even watching them anymore. But,
The difference is this season, as weird as it sounds as well, the difference in points is scary. So again, I'm going to give you another stat. Carlo's position that he wants to finish is probably 6th. Yeah, Europa League football. 5th or 6th. Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was 5th.
Okay. Leicester finished 5th last season on 62 points.
How many points have we got now?
47.
47. Can you see us winning enough games this season to get us 62 points?
No, but that's not what I'm saying. This season, the team that's in 6th already is Liverpool, and they're on 50 points already.
Yeah.
Can I see Liverpool winning? Can I see Liverpool winning at least 4 games? Yeah. So Everton haven't just got to pick up points. Everton have got to win at least. I reckon Everton have got to win 6 out of 9 games to get Europe.
No, I don't myself. Sorry, Michael. I think Michael's just let the dog out. No, I don't feel confident. And, I don't. Said this time and time. I think Michael said it the other night as well. Don't even know where our next win's coming from, because we expected to beat Burnley. We expected to beat Palace. And we were expecting at the time to beat Burnley. And I don't even expect us to beat Burnley. I really, really don't. So it is going to be a tough game. I go for a draw myself on Monday. I go for a 1-1 draw. And if that happens, that's 2 points out of a possible 9, whereas a month ago, 3 weeks ago, we were talking about 9 out of 9. This is what Everton do to you. We just don't know what to expect, do we?
I mean, sorry about that, guys. Door went. I just don't know. And usually I have an inkling. Look, it wouldn't surprise me if Everton go there and win 3-1 on Monday. That would be the score in my head is 3-1 Everton, because I think we will create chances. I think as a result of creating chances, we have to score goals this time.
The problem is not creating chances. We seen that the other night. It's about having a top striker who I keep talking about to put the ball in the onion bag.
And I'm hoping that between them, they get their shit together and they can put the ball in the net. On the opposite side of it, you never know. You just never know. Everton are guilty of conceding some of the shittest goals defensively I've seen in a long time this season. I mean, the Palace goal was horrific. You know, our right back's halfway up the pitch. The ball gets played in between the centre-back and the right-back, and he's literally got half of Goodison to sort of take a touch. Honestly, it was horrific. It was horrific. Batshuayi had the whole side there to take his time and shoot. So
you talk about there creating chances and stuff, and we've got to take them. But we spoke about this the other day, Michael, apart from the games at the beginning of the season. Yeah, no, but what I mean is, how many games have we won by the odd goal?
Loads.
So that doesn't fill me with confidence. When we go 1-0 up, I'm still not confident we're going to win the game.
No, it's always if we go 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And even that scares the shit out of me. It's a Newcastle game that season.
Fucking hell, yeah. But this is the thing, Michael. I'm not confident anymore when we go 1-0 up because, Carlo's track record this season with substitutions, Michael, as I said the other night, Crystal Palace's goal come from down the side where he took Coleman off. I got the James sub because apparently he has to be took off. So I get that. But why take Coleman off? Soon as he took Seamus Coleman off, they attacked that side because they know what we've said, what you've said. Ben Godfrey can't play on the right. Soon as that change happened, they attacked down our left-hand side, their left-hand side, our right. They scored. So then Carlo brings Gabarman on, who hasn't played for 2 years with 10, 15 minutes to go. What was the point in that substitution the other night? There was no point at all in bringing Gabarman on the other night because he's not going to come on and change the game to get us to 3 points. I didn't get that substitution. I didn't get the Coleman substitution. And inadvertently, the substitutions that he made the other night, as well as the chances, I'm not putting all the blame on him, that we missed, cost us another 2 points.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I can highlight another game where that happened. That was Newcastle at Goodison last season. We were 2-0 up. He made changes. He brought on players who would sit back, which allowed Newcastle to attack us. If you keep the ball in the final third of the opposition team, they can't score goals. It doesn't matter whether you press them, whether you've got the ball yourselves up there, they can't score when the ball is in their half. And yeah, look, he's got it wrong at times. He's settled for these 1-0. I'm never one of these guys that goes, yeah, shut up, stop at 1-0. I'm not that type of person naturally.
The dangerous scoreline.
Yeah, and we've found that out this season. I mean, Southampton, West Brom, we could have drew both of those games through sitting back after 75 minutes. So, yeah.
We John, don't know what to expect, folks. My team.
Your team, yeah. What is it?
So I go 3-4-1-2. Olsen, Keane, Godfrey and Holgate across the back with Luca Dean further up on the left-hand side and Coleman further up on the right, so they can drop back, but they can also attack.
Yeah.
Next to them, I've got Davis and Sigurdsson in the middle because, by all accounts, obviously Doucouré's out. It looks like Allen's out. It looks like Gomez is out, and who else is there? James just in front of them too. And again, I give Richie and Dominic Calvert-Lewin another chance up front together to make amends for the other night. I go for score prediction 1-1.
Fair enough. I go with almost a carbon copy team to you, but I make one change. I don't play Keane. I play Yerry Mina.
Yeah. To be fair, it could be any of them, couldn't it? It could be any of them. It could be Keane. It could be Mina, Godfrey and Holgate. I just hope he brings Godfrey back in.
Yeah. So that's what I want. Mina, Holgate and Godfrey is what I want in the back. Because I must say, there's a great debate going on Twitter and in our YouTube chat about Mina v Keane. Who is the better one? Who should lead?
I'd have Mina.
I would have Mina, but it's an interesting debate because it does seem to be quite split, and that's credit to Yerry Mina in my opinion, because Michael Keane was head and shoulders above Yerry Mina.
Oh yeah, I think Yerry Mina's improved dramatically this season, mate.
And I'm not, and equally, I'm not saying Michael Keane's had a bad season. He's made a couple of mistakes. Yeah, he's been a bit sloppy at times, but I don't think Michael Keane's had a bad season at all, but I just think Yuri Mina has really impressed me this season. He's really, really impressed me. And I like
He's
the
stronger, isn't he?
I like the fact that he'll put an arm around you. You know, you see him interacting in the changing room. And look, I know it's not all about the fucking TikTok and the Instagram life. I get all of that. But I do like to see him having a laugh and a joke with some of the other players.
It shows he's happy. You know, it shows he's happy at the football club and he's happy with the team he's playing with. You know, he's fucking happy with what we are watching, what we're watching. But, you know, it's good. It's good camaraderie. But listen, when they step over that line, Michael, I want them to be switched on for 90 minutes. It doesn't matter who plays. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel, and I said this the other night, some of the players at the club do not realise what it's like to play for Everton. They really don't. Fabian Delph, I know he's not getting much of a sniff, but the wages that he's rinsing from us, you know, it makes me sick that you've got players there, seasoned professionals who have been successful at other clubs, and then they come to Everton and they just don't get it. They don't get it. And I want 11 players on that pitch who will run through a brick wall, as I said the other night, for that shirt. And I'm sorry, we haven't got 11 at the minute. We've got quite a few, you know, and a lot of them do enjoy playing for Everton. I get the feeling and putting a shift in, you know, and trying. But there's still some there who don't, and that's what hurts me, Michael. That's why I think it's a massive, massive summer for Brands if he's still there, or whoever does the transfers. It's a big. This summer for me is a bigger summer than last year.
Agreed. Dog's gone mad. Guys, I'm leaving it there. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Cheers, folks.